Hello everyone, welcome to Apti Plus Academy for Civil Services. Hope all of you are doing well, preparing with best possible effort for the upcoming prelims examination. This is a video session on daily news and editorial analysis dated 6th of November. Through this video session, I'll be discussing the important news and editorial both from the Hindu and Indian Express. And this session will help all the aspirants who will be appearing for the civil services examination, the State Public Service Commission examination, and many other government examination that is held in India. So the entire session is going to be fruitful for all the aspirants. Do ensure that you are connected till end of this session, and by the end there will be some MCQ questions that will help you to boost the part of prelims examination. So without any further ado, let's get started. But before I begin the session, I would just like to highlight about the App Store. We have been there updated with the mains writing practice and daily prelims compilation. You can buy it from our App Store. I mean, you can reach out to our store, right? आप हमारे वेबसाइट पे जाएं, वहाँ पे आपको स्टोर सेक्शन के अंदर ये सारी चीज़ें मिल जाएंगी at a minimal rate, and this will ensure that you are sharpening your preparation at the next level. So do check it out. You will also find the detail in the description link down below. Description link में भी मैं ये आपको comment में डाल दूँगा so that you can easily be redirected to the particular link. Now let's get started with the news discussion. First, I'll give you the highlights of the news. Then we'll proceed further with a detailed analysis. So the first important news of the day talks about the maternity benefit or the leave benefit that will be there for the women in the armed forces, and this will be uniform across all the ranks. The second important news talks about the 5-year extension that has been given to the Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Ann Yojana. It has been also merged with the National Food Security Act. उसके बारे में भी detail देखेंगे. The third important news talks about the Bhutan king that is on a visit to India. There's a lot of other things that will be discussed, and keeping in the mind that we do not have a good relationship with China as well. The second last news talks about the app. I mean specifically जो betting apps हैं, online apps हैं, उनको government ने curb किया है, and one of the app which is there in the limelight is the Mahadev app. We'll conclude this session with the editorial that talks about the antimicrobial resistance, something very important and significant topic for both prelims and mains examination. We'll see the deep down understanding of the given topic. Let's get started with the detailed analysis of the news one by one. So the first news is the leave benefit at par with the officers in the armed forces. So whatever benefits that is being availed by an officers in the army or the paramilitary forces, तो जो benefits officers को मिलती हैं वो सारे benefits जो new rules होंगे that will be applicable to Agniveer scheme, the armed forces, granting them the maternity, children and the child adoption benefit at pars with the women officers. So this is to ensure equality among the services, among the rank. और ये मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ डिफेंस ने फाइनली इसकी क्लैरिफिकेशंस दी हैं. दे हैव कम अप विद द डिसीजन, समथिंग वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू इंश्योर दैट ईच एंड एवरी वुमेन हैज पार इन टर्म्स ऑफ देयर सर्विसेज. रैंकिंग के हिसाब से किसी तरह के सेग्रीगेशन नहीं होगी, सबको इक्वल बेनिफिट्स आएगी, इक्वल मैटरनिटी बेनिफिट्स एंड द लीव बेनिफिट्स फॉर द एडॉप्टेशंस ऑफ द चाइल्ड. Now, looking at the proposed changes that has been brought in by the Ministry of Defense, Ministry of Defense has come up with a detailed guideline and said that equality will be promoted. The main aim is to ensure the equality among women, right? This is what the main aim of the government is, and this will be irrespective of all the rank, aligning the benefits with the leave with the officers counterpart. Now, Ministry of Defense ने नई rule जो लाई है that will be applicable for all the part of the entities, जैसे कि soldiers, this is a one post which is there in there, then sailors which is there in the navy, then we have air warriors, right? ये सारी चीज़ों पे applicable होंगी. This will be for 360 days of the children leave in the career and 180 for the maternity leave that will be allowed for the pregnancy. और ये सारी जो maternity leave दी जाती हैं they are actually paid. तो paid होती है maternity leave subject to the part of approval by the government. This is also, I mean, this is exactly what is given to as a part of maternity benefit as of the rules, but 2017 में maternity benefit में भी amended की गई. At present, the women officers get the maternity leave of 180 days with full payment of the each child and subject to the maximum of 2. सो 2 बच्चों के लिए ही मैक्सिमम लीव अलाउ की जाती है, उसके बाद सब्जेक्ट टू द पार्ट ऑफ नंबर्स ऑफ जो हॉलीडेज हैं या जो लीव हैं वो कम होते हैं, एंड इवन सब्जेक्ट टू द पार्ट ऑफ डिडक्शन दैट इज मेड इन द सैलरी। 2 बच्चों के लिए ये एप्लीकेबल है विच गवर्नमेंट एक्चुअली प्रोवाइड। Now, the other details that you need to know about the paramilitary forces की strength है. This is the data from the PIB. So officers including the middle corps which is there in ADC और MNC की बात करें ये 6993 है. Then junior commissariat officers की rank we do not have data for this, and other rank is handed. So this is the data for the women in the defense forces. Specifically ये Indian Army की है. This is with regards to Indian Army, right? Now the other details is about the officers strength cadre which is there in the different forces. Now Air Force की बात करें, the total female is 1328, a total number of officers हैं 11,643. The same other goes for Army, this is the number. Navy में सबसे कम रिपोर्ट की गई है, that is 413, and total combined forces total number is 3137, right? So this is the official strength of the Indian Army. I mean आप compare कर सकते हैं, data is something which is old also, we do not have the current data, but ये एक approximate idea है जो कि गवर्नमेंट सोर्सेज से ली गई है। नाउ सिग्निफिकेंस क्या है इस गवर्नमेंट डिसीजन की जो एक्सटेंशंस दी गई है फॉर द मैटरनिटी बेनिफिट, एंड द डिसीजन वाज टेकन बाय द मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ डिफेंस. So this is something which is very important, which call for the leave rule poised for address the family and social issues. So for a woman who is working in the paramilitary forces की बात करें, she has also a duty of a family, right? Family के हिसाब से भी उनके बच्चे हैं, everything has to be taken care of. If you want a progress work-life balance, this is something which is essentially required, right? And this will have a profound impact in the working conditions, even providing the balance with the professional family life and making things more effective. अगर वर्क लाइफ बैलेंस की बात करें, वर्क लाइफ बैलेंस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. वर्क लाइफ बैलेंस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट इन दिस कंटेक्स्ट. सो टू मेंटेन द वर्क लाइफ बैलेंस इट इज इक्वली इंपॉर्टेंट कि उनको उसी तरह से लीव भी अलाउ की जाए. The decision was taken as a monumental shift in the Indian armed forces, which promotes gender equality, acknowledge the importance of women in the services throughout their career, right? So this will definitely motivate more women to be the part of other paramilitary forces or our defense forces. Now moving ahead with other news, 5-year extension that has been given to Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Yojana. So something most of you must be aware about the provisions. COVID के time में, during COVID-19, this was a part of the government scheme that has actually helped the poor. Poor को काफ़ी ज़्यादा इसमें मदद मिली थी, where they were actually provided free ration. And government ने इसे extend करते हुए आने वाले 5 सालों के लिए इसे extend किया है. And this has been also merged with the National Food Security Act, NFSA जिसे भी कहते हैं. We'll discuss that in a while. क्या है प्रधानमंत्री गरीब कल्याण अन्न योजना? As I've told you, it was introduced during the COVID-19. The year was exactly 2020. और इस provisions, इस scheme के through 5 kg of free food grain was provided to the eligible ration card holder under the National Food Security Act, right? And the National Food Security Act was actually introduced by the earlier government, UPA government ने इसे introduce की थी, which called for the entitlement for the beneficiary subsidized rate पे, that is 3 to 1 rupees के हिसाब से 3 rupees kg rice, 2 rupees kg wheat and 1 rupees kg coarse grain उनको provide की गई थी. This is under the TPDS. What is TPDS? This is Targeted Public Distribution System, जिसे बहुत जगह पे राशन सिस्टम भी कहते हैं, and that is actually there pan India. Now, relief that was given to poor has been continued. This is not for the first time that government has made an extension for 5 years. इससे पहले भी government ने extend किया था. The first extension was given from 28th of July till 20 November. ये extensions की date है, आप यहाँ पे देख सकते हैं total. These were the 4 extensions that was provided by the government, and scheme have a benefit of 5 kg rice per person. Cooking gas और cash subsidies भी इसमें included थे. Now, if you look at the total allocation that was made, I mean, just to give you an idea, आपके एग्जामिनेशन में यहाँ से कुछ चीज़ें पूछी नहीं जाएगी, बट आपको ये पता होना चाहिए कि किस तरह से टोटल एलोकेशंस गवर्नमेंट ने की हैं. टोटल फूड सब्सिडी बजट्स की अगर बात करें, this was this particular amount because during COVID-19 government has increase the expenditure as such. उसके बाद further ये चीजें report की गई. These are the numbers and data. Now, this is also merged with the National Food Security Act. अगर बात करें प्रधानमंत्री गरीब कल्याण अन्न योजना की, this has been actually merged with the National Food Security Act, and this will also provide for all ration for HAAY and PHS families, ताकि एलिमिनेट की जा सके किसी भी तरह की जो डिस्पैरिटीज है उनको खत्म की जा सके. द फ्री portions of the scheme will be added under the National Food Security Act. जो भी additional benefits दी जाती थी, this benefits will be availed under the National Food Security Act, that is 5 kg and 35 kg under the National Food Security Act with the free of cost. The discontinuations of the separate Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Yojana will aimed at depleting the stock of the food grain in the central pool, and also government eliminate with the 15,000 crore rupees every month. और स्कोप क्या है प्रधानमंत्री गरीब कल्याण अन्न योजना की? सबसे पहले इसकी जो कवरेज है दैट इज फॉर अंत्योदय अन्न योजना के अंदर कवरेज की जाती है. उसके साथ साथ PHS दैट इज द प्रायोरिटी हाउस होल्ड इज ऑल्सो कवर्ड, राइट. इट कवर 20 करोड़ फैमिलीज. ऑलमोस्ट 81.35 करोड़ फैमिलीज जो हैं, जो बेनिफिशरीज हैं, उनको इसकी बेनिफिट मिलती है. दिस इंक्लूड 50% इन द अर्बन एरिया. इफ यू लुक एट द डेटा, तो 50% है अर्बन एरिया के लिए, 75% इज फॉर द रूरल एरिया. द हाउस होल्ड हैज एंटाइटल्ड फॉर 35 kg. उसके साथ साथ 5 kg जो फ्री प्रधानमंत्री गरीब अल कल्याण योजना के साथ दी जा रही थी, तो टोटल विल बी 40 kg दैट विल बी प्रोवाइडेड, राइट. And irrespective of family, irrespective of their earning, the food grain will be provided with each. So additionally 5 kg additional will be provided to each and every household that were actually availing the part of benefits. And moving ahead with other news, that is Bhutan King is on a visit to India. He will meet Prime Minister. He is on an 8-day long visit to India. He has also met Foreign External Affairs Minister, and he is on a visit to India, where both sides will look into the gamut of issues in the bilateral cooperations, further advancing the exemplary partnership between India and Bhutan. So India and Bhutan share a boundaries, share a good relationship. और ये बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट है कि इंडिया भूटान के साथ एक हेल्दी रिलेशनशिप रखे. वी हैव सीन दैट द वैक्यूम दैट वाज क्रिएटेड बाय इंडिया वाज एक्चुअली फुलफिल्ड बाय चाइना. तो हमें चाइना को काउंटर करने के लिए भूटान, श्रीलंका, जितने भी हमारे नेबरिंग कंट्रीज हैं, उनके साथ अच्छी रिलेशंस रखनी मैंडेटरी है. So strengthening the bilateral relationship, Bhutan King will strengthen the close cooperations and part of the friendship between India and Bangladesh, India and Bhutan. King is expected to formally announce the project, और ये सारी projects जो हैं indicate करती है जो भूटान की actual involvement है with part of creating the regional hub. So the hub project which actually help both the countries will be also augmented and further taken into consideration. Now MEA, Ministry of External Affairs ने कहा है that India and Bhutan enjoy a unique ties and friend cooperations characterized by the outstanding mutual trust. And Bhutan King is also on a visit to India, where he has a backdrop of new moment of the boundaries like talk with Bhutan and China. So definitely these things need to be taken into consideration. अगर चाइना के साथ बात करें, we have issues in the line of actual control ईस्टर्न लद्दाख रीजन में. The thing has not come to a conclusion. अभी भी मिलिट्री लेवल टॉक पे किसी भी तरह के सब्सटैंशियल प्रोग्रेस इंडिया ने रिपोर्ट नहीं की. The security and economic cooperations between India and Bhutan की बात करें, India has played a significant role in terms of maintaining and establishing a relationship of economic and security cooperation. Indian military ने हमेशा assist किया है भूटान को in terms of ensuring peace and stability in the region and specifically in the border area. कई ऐसे military exercises हैं जो कि होते हैं दोनों countries के बीच में. Bhutan is the largest trading partner as a major source of foreign direct investment. इंडिया इज भूटान लार्जेस्ट सोर्स ऑफ ट्रेडिंग पार्टनर. और इंडिया के जो भूटान की अगर FDI की बात करें, टॉकिंग अबाउट भूटान FDI, तो इंडिया के लोग काफ़ी ज़्यादा वहाँ पे इन्वेस्टमेंट करते हैं. प्रोजेक्ट इन द हाइड्रो पावर, रोड, अदर इंपॉर्टेंट कंस्ट्रक्शंस दैट हैज़ बीन ऑल्सो टेकन इनटू कंसिडरेशन to make and ensure that the country is making the regular progress, a sustainable progress. Now moving ahead, the center has banned 22 betting app. This is in the limelight amid some of the concern that was raised by the app. Ministry of इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स एंड इंफॉर्मेशन टेक्नोलॉजी ने ब्लॉक किया है 22 बेटिंग ऐप्स को। उसमें एक ऐप जो अभी काफ़ी ज़्यादा डिस्कशंस में है, दैट इज़ महादेव बुक ऑनलाइन। दिस इज अ ऐप. This is also related to some of the political controversy. I'll briefly tell you because we are not concerned of any kind of political news. मैं आपको थोड़ा सा briefly बताऊंगा कि कैसे related है. Now, मनी लॉन्ड्रिंग केस रिपोर्ट की गई है जो इन्फोर्समेंट डायरेक्टरेट है, दिस इज द एजेंसी वर्किंग अंडर द मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ फाइनेंस, राइट. इन्होंने कुछ फ्रॉड रिपोर्ट किया था इन्वेस्टिगेशन द मनी लॉन्ड्रिंग केसेस विद द इलीगल बीटिंग द प्लेटफॉर्म. And the allegation is that the promoter of Mahadev app has facilitated 508 crore rupees to the present incumbent chief minister of Chhattisgarh. Many states are ongoing. 5 states ऐसे हैं जहाँ पे legislative assembly की elections होनी है. So this can be other political issues. There can be allegations. We are not concerned about that. Our priority is not to look into the political issues, but आपको basics पता होने चाहिए. Now, the owners of the Mahadev booking app has been detained. Another further investigation is done under Section 19 of the PMLA, जो Prevention of Money Laundering Act है. Prevention of Money Laundering Act के तहत investigations कर रही है Enforcement Directorate. Now, गवर्नमेंट ने इससे पहले भी एक्शंस लिए हैं. क्या एक्शंस लिए थे? 2023 में द गवर्नमेंट हैज कम अप विद द मेजर चेंजेस. ऑर्डर पास किए गए थे रिगार्डिंग 138 बेटिंग एप्स एंड गैम्बलिंग ऐप with urgent and emergency closing of that app or ban की गई. Over last 2 years, government has banned close to 400 apps. 400 betting apps को ban की गई है. That include the gaming, gambling, betting, photo editing and other apps that is linked and have involvement with China. And money laundering के लेकर के भी इस तरह के apps की issues report किए गए. So this was the government actions to curb the part of illegal betting apps. Now, moving ahead with the editorial for the day, a brilliant editorial that will give you an idea about the AMR, that is antimicrobial resistance के बारे में देखेंगे. और ये एक ऐसी टॉपिक है जो आपके प्रीलिम्स के लिए और साथ के साथ मेंस के लिए काफ़ी ज़्यादा रेलेवेंट है. So what are the part that we'll see? First, we'll see the Delhi Declaration. Why? Because India has actually held G20 मीटिंग. वहाँ पे दिल्ली डिक्लेरेशन अडॉप्ट की गई थी. लैंसेट की क्या रिपोर्ट है AMR को लेकर के. विल सी द ग्लोबल एफर्ट्स एंड द वे फॉरवर्ड. नाउ लुकिंग एट इंडियाज G20 प्रेसिडेंसी. इंडिया की G20 प्रेसिडेंसी है और वो इस महीने तक कंटिन्यू रहेगी टिल नवंबर 2023. और इसमें दिल्ली डिक्लेरेशन, कॉल इट DD, दिल्ली डिक्लेरेशन अडॉप्ट की गई फॉर द ग्लोबल हेल्थ फ्रेमवर्क. दिस वाज एक्चुअली फॉर द ग्लोबल हेल्थ फ्रेमवर्क. And the particular framework aims to bolster the part of equitability, sustainability and inclusive healthcare. This call for one health, one approach, right? OHOP के through ये concept को आगे लाने की बात की गई है. It also focuses on the pandemic preparedness, strengthening the infectious disease and surveillance system. Now, through this article, I'm more focusing on the part of antimicrobial resistance, जो कि एक Delhi Declarations की part ही रही है. Now, before that, what is antimicrobial resistance? अगर आपको मैं बताऊं कैसे ये काम करती है. So there are two where the people are actually infected. The ultimate sufferer are human being. Medicines actually में पहले दी जाती है animals को. These are again creating the part of resistance, which is ultimately even the food items जो animals food items पर consume करते हैं उनमें फिर वापस human में आती है. This is the cycle which goes on. और प्रिस्क्रिप्शंस के थ्रू आप जो मेडिसिन लेते हैं अननेसेसरी मेडिसिन विच इज़ देयर और विच ऑल्सो क्रिएट द पार्ट ऑफ रेजिस्टेंस टू द ह्यूमन बॉडी. इसीलिए ये हमेशा एडवाइजेबल है कि आप किसी भी तरह के एंटीबायोटिक्स बिना डॉक्टर के एडवाइस के ना खाएं. आपकी बॉडी में एंटीबायोटिक रेजिस्टेंस बन सकती है. दीज आर द रिकमेंडेशंस विच इज़ ऑल्सो देयर फ्रॉम द वर्ल्ड हेल्थ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. Now, Lancet की क्या रिपोर्ट है इसके बारे में? If you look at the Lancet report, it says that 4.99 million deaths were reported due to bacterial AMR. This was a number of deaths that was reported. और 1.27 death report किए गए, 1.27 million death due to bacterial. This has a magnitude with that of the disease compared to HIV. HIV और मलेरिया में जितने डेथ रिपोर्ट किए गए, the same is there with the AMR, that is antimicrobial resistance. सब सहारन और अफ्रीकन रीजन में इसके डेथ काफ़ी ज़्यादा रिपोर्ट की गई है एंड हाई सब्सिटिबिलिटी टू द एंटीमाइक्रोबियल रेजिस्टेंस. नाउ ग्लोबल एफर्ट्स की ज़रूरत है और किस तरह से नॉट ओनली इंडिया, दिस इज नॉट समथिंग विच इंडिया इज ओनली हैविंग अ बर्डन, ये एक ग्लोबल प्रॉब्लम है और इसे ग्लोबली ही हमें क्योर करना होगा. एट द ग्लोबल लेवल there's some priority that need to be taken care. First, that we need to work in developing countries to create actions for AMR. उसके अलावा जितने भी G20 member countries हैं, they can have an international funding, and this funding can help focusing on the part of AMR. So finance is something which is again important. The third is to promote the patent reform to encourage the innovations and affordability in the antibiotics. किसी भी तरह के डुप्लीकेशन से बचा जा सके उसके लिए ज़रूरत है कि पेटेंट दिए जाए मैन्युफैक्चरर्स को. Facilitate the dialogue among the countries, model like the medicine patent pool and effective solutions. Now, the way forward that is essentially required, India need to take an efforts with the right direction by expanding the scope of future surveillance, monitoring network, promoting the responsible behavior among the citizen. India has encouraged the collaborations among the negotiation. India can also way reduce the burden of the AMR. And India has a current G20 presidency, which is something which call for more vulnerability. अगर बात करें जो vulnerable diseases हैं उसके consideration के लिए इंडिया अभी भी ग्लोबल पब्लिक हेल्थ एजेंडा पे ये बातें इंडिया ने एक्चुअली में रखा भी है और इसके लिए हमेशा पिच कर सकती है अपार्ट फ्रॉम द G20 मेंबर्स एज वेल. सो दिस इज हाउ द पार्ट ऑफ AMR कैन बी टेकन इनटू कंसिडरेशन और ग्लोबल इफेक्ट्स के बाद हमें एक प्रॉपर रेजोल्यूशंस की तरफ आगे बढ़ सकते हैं. मूविंग अहेड विद द आंसर्स एंड डिस्कशन. जो सैटरडे के सवाल थे उनके करेक्ट ऑप्शंस और क्या है डिस्कशन. लेट्स गो अहेड. The first question that is the colorless पहला ऑप्शन बी है. मैंने आपसे पूछा था गैसेस के बारे में and even the part of option 1 is correct. It's also created the crude oil fractions and high octane is actually something which is related to the part of combustion. This is incorrect. Second question का statement A है. Texan के बारे में provinces of Russia's federation. This is correct. And it's located in the eastern Caucasus. This is incorrect. I mean the Caspian Sea is located east of it. Daily MCQ questions for the day, specifically for the prelims examination. पहला सवाल है, it's about the dengue. Dengue is transmitted through a bite of male Aedes mosquito. Mosquito breed at the low temperature, only at 4 degrees Celsius. IgM, IgG are the tests that is used for the diagnostic of antibiotics. Now you need to participate. आपको ज़रूर participate करना है. आप कैसे participate करेंगे? Comment section में जाएं, क्वेश्चन नंबर लिखें और अपने करेक्ट ऑप्शन A, B, C या फिर D के साथ हमें कमेंट सेक्शन में जरूर बताएं. Those aspirant who will be commenting, I'll be highlighting their comment in the discussion, next day discussions. And moving to the second question of the day, that is, what is the primary goal of recently published project Kusha? It's the agriculture productivity in India. B, that is the air defense system or air Indian force. Investigate space performance and planetary studies. Encourage environmental stewards and sustainable practices. So what do you have to do? In the comment section, you have to just type question number 2. आप उसके बाद जो ऑप्शंस हैं A, B, C या फिर D उसको कमेंट करके बताएं कि कौन से ऑप्शंस करेक्ट है. Do participate. Write your answer in the comment section down below. This will definitely help you in building a strong foundations for the upcoming prelims examination. So this was all about for the daily news and editorial analysis followed by the MCQs. If you have any other concern, you can reach out to us. We'll be more than happy to assist you. For time being, I'm signing off. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for staying connected.